Hey, good evening, XBT Trading, Bitcoin Futures, May 15th. Let's take a look at our trading plan for Wednesday, the May 16th. Excuse me. Let's take a look at our zones here. As we can see, we've been in a downtrend. No surprise there. So our initial support going into Wednesday, actually going into the Globex session after 5 Eastern time, is going to be the 84.30, 85.26 zone. That's our initial support. It's a slightly wide zone. We'll see if that can hold, and if receptive buyers may step in at that spot. Underneath that, our next support zone is 82.78 to 83.34, and followed by 81.50 to 82.31. So initially in the Globex session, we want to see what happens between our initial support zone of 84.30 and 85.26 to see if that holds and responsive buyers can step in, or our initial resistance zone of 85.60 to 85.80. And slightly above that, we have another zone of 85.98 to 86.15, and finally an 87.09, 87.17 solid support zone there. We have to remember a couple things here. Our average daily range is right around 500 for the 7-day average, and if you look at volatility in the XBT, as compared to a big move down in the YM or the Dow Jones today, at one point the XBT was off almost 3%, and at the same time the Dow was, with a big number down, 193, I think it ended on the day, was down some less than three quarters of a percent, we'll say. So remember that there is volatility still in this market. It's just controlled and more segmented than it has been in the past. With that said, the XBT and then the larger BTC. XBT now, remember, has gone from increments of 10 points or $10 to 5 points or $5 on the smaller contract. So, and again, the margin depends on what your particular brokerage firm will allow. So what we want to see in the Globex tonight is whether responsive buyers can step in at that initial support zone, and if not, let's see if our zones at 82.78, 83.34 hold, and if not, we could go down as low as 81.50 to 82.31. And again, on the upside, we're going to watch also our initial resistance zone. We're going to see if it's possible that responsive sellers again step in at any one of these zones. Could be shorting possibilities. The trend is down, so you want to be very careful to the long side. If we get taps on our initial resistance, first tap is a good tap, and that's a possible short position, as well as the other resistance zones above it. So let's see how we do going into the Globex. Hope you all trade well overnight and during the regular trading session tomorrow. And I will be with you for a market recap tomorrow around 5.